Hey guys, what's up? How are you? Hope that you guys are having an amazing one today. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Jarrell, and in today's video, we are going to be trying the new highlighters from Peptide-Power. I went ahead and picked up two shades from Sephora, which is in the shade Sugar and Baby. Sugar is more of a champagne-y kind of shade that is going to go very well with my skin tone. That's what I'm thinking. And Baby is more of a pinky undertone kind of highlighter, which I am super excited to try as well. I just got my order today, but it is 10 o'clock at night. I got it earlier today, of course. It is Saturday. I was busy with my boys. My girl is currently in a volleyball tournament with my husband, so it was a busy day. This is the time that I can film. My audio is probably going to be not as super loud just because my toddler is sleeping, so I hope that you guys are okay with that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the video. But before we do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. You can also like and comment down below because that definitely helps out my channel so much. And without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, let's go ahead and talk about the product first. So here is the box that it comes in, which is the rose gold for pretty much all of his products. I actually do have some lip glosses from his line as well, and I do have a lipstick as well that is new. That is also very much, you know, the same kind of packaging, same kind of theme. This is the Major Glow Cream and Powder Light Reflecting Translucent Highlighter Duo. So you are going to get a powder highlighter and then you're going to get the cream highlighter. They do retail for $40. I do see that on the website right now for the Sephora. They are available except for the pinky shade, which is the shade in Baby. I'm sure hopefully it does become available again. You can definitely check out his website. I am going to be linking everything down below in the description area just in case you guys are interested. They are made in the USA and they do have a shelf life of 12 months. Let's go ahead and now get into the swatching portion of it. Here we have the color in Baby. You can see that it's a very like pale kind of pink, not as bright as my shirt. All right guys, let's go ahead and start with the swatches, but I actually want to swatch everything on the back of my hand side by side. I do have the shade in Baby right here. Let's go ahead and start with this one. It feels very creamy, like a gloss really, and the powder feels really nice and smooth. I do feel like there's a little bit of like glitter particles, but it does not feel chunky whatsoever. I'm just going to swatch it right here. Here is the cream part, and right here is the powder. And I'm just going to build it up a little bit on the back of my hands just so you guys can see it. So it is more of a white base with a little pink hue to it. I do see a little bit of pinkiness there, very light though. And we do have sugar, like just by the warmth of my finger, I do feel like I'm picking up a lot. So let's go ahead and swatch the powder as well. And this one is sugar. Let me just put it side by side. All right, so this one is sugar and here is the cream and here is the powder. And I can definitely see that it has a little bit more of a golden undertone, especially when it comes to the powder. And the cream is a little bit more leaning champagne, like a little hue of champagne there. I don't know if these swatches are going to help you guys because it is very light. So I also have the Peptide-Power blush palette. This one is called the Major Headlines Blush Volume 2. And in this palette right here, we have two blushes, but we also have a highlighter, which is pretty similar to the ones that he's given us right here. This one right here, which is in the shade Sugar, is reminding me a little bit more on the one that we have on the palette. But the one in the palette does have a little bit more peachiness to it. The formula when it comes to the cream, it's very reminiscent to the ones that we have in now his new highlighter duos. But this one seems to be just a little bit more like, not as creamy, not super like soft to the touch. You do have to build it up and warm it up. When it comes to the powder from the palette, the powder is definitely a little bit more like tough. It's not as smooth. You do have to work it. It feels a little bit drier. That's the word. All right, so here we have the one from the palette, which is, the name of it is called Giving Glossy. and here is the powder. And when it comes to the cream side, I just feel like it just doesn't show. Like it does not show like the ones from the new highlighter duos. It just doesn't show. So it's right there. I promise you, I put it right there. And this one is the powder, which again is very, very sheer. So it could be that it's just a little too old, maybe, but it's definitely not as intense, especially the cream side. It's not as intense as the new duo ones. So let's go ahead and now swatch it on the face, but with no foundation, no extra products, just to see how they look. And then I'm going to show you a demo using foundation. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, let's go ahead and start with Baby, and I'm going to put it on this side right here. And I'm going to use my Sigma F03 brush. I am going to take the powder side and I'm going to apply it to the skin, to the highest points of my cheeks. And you can see how beautiful that is. Again, it is definitely not going to be like super intense when it comes to the color, but it does have like little particles of glitter. So if you're not into that, you're definitely not going to like this. I'm just letting you know right now because I know a lot of you guys do not like that. Me personally, I do not mind it whatsoever. I don't mind that it has a little bit of glitter. Actually, I did really like the one from Pat McGrath that has a little bit of glitter, just because, you know, it's fun for me, but I know that, you know, not everybody is going to enjoy that. So here is the powder side from Baby. And right on top of that, with my sponge, I'm going to use the glossy part. And we can see the highlighter right there, just a powder, and just adding a little bit of this cream highlighter on top of it. And that definitely made it a little sticky, but also very nice and glossy. That is beautiful. Again, not a lot of color. I am not getting the same color like pink like I have from my shirt. So here we have the highlighter in Baby, powder first and then cream. So I just want to add a little bit of powder right on top of that and see what happens. So again, we have the shade in Baby with powder, cream, and powder on top. Let's go ahead and now move on to this one right here, which is Sugar. I went ahead and cleaned the brush, and now let's go ahead and add the Sugar highlighter on this side right here. Again, I'm going to start with the powder. Yeah, you can see that it definitely has a little bit more of a golden undertone. So cleaning the brush so I can blend it out. And the formula, it's really nice. It really just melts into your skin really beautifully. So here's how Sugar looks on the skin. All right, so let's go ahead and intensify it a little bit with the cream part of it. And for this one, I don't know if you can tell. I don't know what's happening. Right in the middle is like all melted out, and it's really picking up a lot of product on my sponge. I'm just gonna work it on the back of my hand to spread it out evenly. And I'm just going to add it right here to the skin now. So by adding the cream on top, it kind of like toned it down. It gave us more glossiness, but the shade itself is not showing as it was when I first applied the powder. I hope that I'm making sense. But here is how Sugar looks with the powder and cream on top. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab a little bit of the powder, just a little bit, and just tap it. See, and I can see the color again, a little bit more. Yeah, this is intense. I wouldn't do that because this is really, really intense. All right, so now we have a base on, foundation, concealer, a little bit of powder in this area right here. I try not to go in this side pretty much all the time. So let's go ahead and now try the shade in Baby one more time. And we're going to do the exact same thing. Going in with the powder first. So I'm not adding any blush or anything like that, just so you guys can see it on top of the base. And I can see a little bit of a pink hue for sure. Now going in with the sponge and the cream powder. By the way, this one is not as bad as sugar. So just adding a little bit of that on top of the powder. It sounds like I'm putting something sticky on my face. I think it's removing a little bit of my base. Let me just check. The sunspots that I do have here, they are just being a little bit highlighted, of course, because I'm putting the cream on top, versus this side right here, that they are a little bit more disguised because everything is a little bit more matte. So you can see the difference. No highlighter and Patrick's highlighter. All right, so let's go ahead and add a little bit of the Patrick-Ta powder in Baby again, just so the stickiness can kind of like relax because it's very intense. I like the glossiness that is definitely giving me. So let me clean this brush and let's go in with sugar on this side. All right, going in with sugar on this side, and I'm going to just add the tiniest amount. Yeah, the powder by itself on this one right here in sugar is definitely very, very subtle, like super subtle. So I'm going to use my sponge and grab a little bit, but I'm going to like stay on the side of the highlighter because I feel like if I dig into the middle, I'm going to hit pan already. Just keep that in mind. So with the cream part of it is definitely so much more intense, so much prettier than by itself with the powder. That is just my opinion. That's the way I'm seeing it on my skin. That's the way I'm liking it on my skin. That definitely brings it up to the next level. It is so beautiful. It's like really nice and glossy and just really beautiful. Powder for this one right here in sugar does not have any like shimmer particles, but the one in Baby does. I mean, they're super, super, super tiny, but they are there. I don't even want to add the powder on top of it. I'm just going to use whatever is on the brush. So I really don't see like a huge difference when it comes to the color on the skin. Like here we have Baby, but I don't really see a lot of the pinkiness of it. And here we have sugar. I don't know. Can you guys see the difference? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me go ahead and just add a little bit of bronzer and a little bit of blush on top of all of this and finish up the lip, curl my lashes, because I'm not even going to add mascara because it's 11 o'clock at night. And I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I'm sure that you guys understand. But I am going to add a little bit of bronzer, blush, and a lippy. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, since I have you here already, let's go ahead and use it together. This is the Makeup by Mario Bronzing Serum, and I do have mine in the shade medium. I have already tried it like off camera, and I think doing like some shorts, and I really do like it. I actually do like the shade in medium. I don't know which video I used it. I don't know, but I do like it. It's super, super lightweight. It's just going to add a little bit of color. You can definitely build it up if you want to. But yeah, I like it. It's not too light. It's a little light for my forehead, but it shows up. And I love it for my nose. Like I love this shade for my nose. Just curling my lashes with my Shiseido lash curler. Going in with the Lawless blush, and this one is in Cherry Pie, which is pretty bright. So just adding a little bit of that with the BK Beauty 109 brush. And I also have used this Cherry Pie blush a couple of times already. I think that this is my third time, and I do like it a lot. It blends into the skin really nice and beautiful. I'm using the shade in Wherever Walnut from Makeup Forever. And I'm using the lip gloss in the shade Say Less from Patrick-Ta. Alright guys, so here is the final look. Here we have a baby. And here we have sugar. So I think that I have tried these products enough for today's video. I really like it. I love the finish that it's giving me. I do like that dewiness because I am aging, so anything that is going to give me like that dewiness, I'm going to be all here for it, just because I feel like my skin looks nice and youthful. I actually like the shade in Baby so much more than the shade in Sugar. Maybe because I'm wearing like a little bit of pink, and maybe that could definitely be it, but I just feel like I like it a little bit better than the shade in Sugar. Now, with that being said, I don't think that the shades are going to be like that much of a difference, because really, I don't think that anybody can tell me that I'm wearing two different highlighters, just because the base or the cream part of it is so clear and it's so like strong when it comes to the glossiness that it gives you, that it kind of takes the undertone of the highlighter from the powder side away. That is just my take on it. You guys are seeing it from where you're sitting. Let me know in the comment section if you guys agree or disagree. I love this glossiness. It does definitely feel sticky to the touch. So if you don't like that, then you're definitely not going to like this whatsoever. If you wear your hair down, you are definitely not going to like this, because I can definitely see my hair just sticking to it, because again, it has that stickiness to it that is providing you with this glossiness. But that is really up to you. I'm just giving you all the information so you can make the best decision whether you decide to purchase these or not. I don't think that it is going to be for everybody. I don't think that it's worth $40 if you already have a highlighter that you absolutely adore in your collection. There is lots of cream products, cream highlighters in the market that could already give you this kind of finish. So you definitely don't need to run and buy it. But yeah, I'm just not like wow by it, to be quite frank with you guys. It's not giving me that wow factor. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys. Anyways, that is it for this video. That is it for my first impressions. I hope that it was helpful to you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think? What is your final thoughts? Are you guys interested, not interested in these products? Let me know. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your love, your time, and support. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, and I will see you next time. Bye.